You see the logo. You feel the leather. You smell the price tag. Louis Vuitton, Prada, Burberry. These names whisper status and scream luxury. But here's the question. What are you really buying? Is it craftsmanship? Heritage? Prestige? Or is it just an illusion? Let's start with the facts. You pay $3,000 for a handbag because the tag says made in Italy, but parts of that very same bag, maybe even most of it, were made in China. Yes, China. The country once mocked for knockoffs and counterfeits now quietly powers the global luxury industry. The same factories that produce your AirPods are stitching designer bags, and they're not doing a bad job. They're doing it better, faster, and with greater precision than ever before. Louis Vuitton claims their products are made in France, Spain, or the EU, but insiders know the truth. Zippers? China. Metal hardware? China. Leather cutting and prep? Often also China. Then it's shipped to Europe, finished just enough to legally stamp that coveted label. Made in Italy. It's a loophole, a branding tactic. Some would say it's a lie, but what it really is clever marketing. Meanwhile, factories in Guangdong, Dingguan, and Wenzhou are working around the clock, producing handbags, shoes, and garments for the most prestigious names in fashion. Same materials, same machines, often the same hands, but different labels. 1 minute, a factory is making a $50 purse for a fast fashion brand. An hour later, it's producing a luxury bag priced at $2,500. The difference? Perception. The illusion of prestige. Because in the world of luxury, you're not paying for the product. You're paying for the brand's storytelling. The Parisian boutique, the celebrity on the billboard, the campaign soaked in romantic light. Luxury today isn't about excellence. It's about exclusivity. It's not a handbag. It's a badge, a silent symbol that says, I made it. But what if that symbol is a fabrication? They won't say it, but the truth is this. The quality gap between China and Europe has disappeared. In some cases, Chinese factories are ahead. Cleaner, more precise, more consistent. But the West still clings to the fantasy. Made in China evokes one thing: cheap. And that's a problem, because it's no longer true. Brands know this. They know the manufacturing is solid. But they also know you, the consumer, still romanticize made in Italy. So they hide the truth. They downplay it. They redirect your gaze. While at the same time, they rely deeply on China to sustain them. But now something's shifting. China is no longer content to be the hands behind luxury. It wants to be the face. Enter Shang Xia, a brand co-founded by Hermes, but now entirely Chinese. It merges traditional aesthetics, jade, calligraphy, bamboo, with modern refinement. No logos, no flex, just elegance, just soul. Then there's Icicle, a sustainable, minimalist fashion brand rooted in Taoist values. It's subtle, it's ethical, it's luxury without screaming. And Angel Chun, pushing the boundaries of streetwear meets culture. These designers aren't copying the West. They're rewriting the rules. And Chinese Gen Z? They're here for it. This generation is hyper-aware, nationalistic, and skeptical of Western brands that fumble culturally, like Dior copying traditional Chinese patterns without credit, or Dolce & Gabbana running offensive ads. Once worshipped labels now face backlash. Trust is breaking. And when trust breaks in luxury, the brand loses its magic. We're entering a new chapter. Luxury 2. On one side, heritage brands clinging to old world status. On the other, a new wave rising from Shanghai, Hangzhou, and beyond, infusing design with identity, craft with pride. This isn't East versus West. It's relevance versus reputation. It's authenticity versus nostalgia. Because let's be honest, that $4,000 bag may not be better. It may not be unique, but it sells because of the story, because of what you think you're buying. But now, Chinese brands are telling their own stories, and they're powerful, rooted, original, no longer defined by Western standards but by cultural soul. So the next time you unzip that bag and see Made in Italy, pause, look deeper, question it, ask yourself, are you paying for quality or just a fantasy? Because if the story fades, if the logo loses its charm, what's really left in your hands? Not all luxury is truth, but now a new truth is being stitched into every seam by hands that no longer just follow, but lead.